Hey, good people. Welcome to my channel, Natural Intentions. My name is Kimberly Wright. If this is your first time to the channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. Today, we are talking all about the heart chakra, one of my favorite chakras. I'm super excited to talk about this with you guys and just go over some key information about how we can get this chakra unblocked and in balance, okay? And this chakra is not, none of our chakras are going to always be in balance. You're just not going to always be walking around with all 7 of your chakras harmonizing and just in balance. You're probably sometimes going to be off in an area, and it doesn't have to be extreme, but it could just be something that you need to work on. So today we're going to talk about, and we're going to focus in on the heart chakra. And I'm going to give you 3 reasons why healing the heart chakra is so important. Okay, so if you're ready, get your paper, get your pen, let's take some notes. This is going to be some pretty good information that you can use in your day-to-day life. And you can really use this in your healing journey, because we want to make sure that while we're on our healing journey, that we're really working on these chakras and really trying, when anything is out of balance or is not in alignment, we want to make sure that we're going in there and that we know the different things that we can do to get that chakra unblocked and back in alignment. Okay, so let's start with our first reason. And before I even start there, please like this video, share it with a friend. If it resonates with you, then it might resonate with someone else. So make sure you share this video and you get it out there, and then I can get this information out to more people and I can help more people, and that just makes the world a better place, right? Okay, so let's get started. So the first one is going to be, number 1, you have to cultivate self-love to have any successful relationships. So important. Again, let's say it again. You have to cultivate self-love first to have any successful relationships in your life. So this is super important when we're trying to cultivate new relationships, or we're trying to cultivate relationships within our family, with our friends. We want to make sure that we have this relationship with ourselves first. Because if we don't have a relationship with ourselves, if we don't love ourselves unconditionally, if we are not madly, completely, hopelessly in love with ourselves, then how can we possibly cultivate a relationship with someone else? So this is very important for us to make sure that we are spending time to really get to know who we are. Who are we really? Do you really know yourself? It's important. And it's important to know how to love yourself. We're not taught this. No one teaches us this as a child. You don't go to elementary school and they teach you one-on-one on how to love yourself. I mean, this should be something that we're talking about in kindergarten, preschool. Our parents should be teaching us. It's important. We have to know how to love ourselves in order to love someone else, in order to have good relationships, in order to be successful in life, in order to feel good, in order to have happiness, joy, peace, all these different things that we want to have, in order to believe in ourselves, in order to know that we're worthy. I mean, if we don't have that love relationship with ourselves, we don't have any of those things. And that means we're walking around pretty much probably depressed, sad, in an anxious state most of the time. Just all those verbs are adjectives that describe someone who is just not in life, who's not really living. So it's so important for us to go into this heart chakra and really do the work. Ask yourself, do I love myself? I didn't even realize that that was like a thing until I was well into my 20s. Like, I mean, I knew you were supposed to love yourself, I guess, but I didn't really know the depth of what it really means to love yourself. What comes behind you really, truly loving yourself. So I didn't learn that until I was well into my 20s. I am 47 now. Yes, I'm telling my age, okay? I have no problems doing that. But yes, I am 47, and I was well into my 20s, if not my 30s. I think before I really truly learned what that meant. And that was a big part of my healing journey, was learning to love myself. And I knew I didn't love myself because of the behavior I was displaying with myself, how I treated myself, how I spoke of myself, my inner thoughts about myself, my inner speech and words about myself, my descriptive words for myself, always beating myself up, Never being the cheerleader for myself, So that was something I didn't learn until I got older. And now I'm a meditation teacher at an elementary school, and that is one of the areas that we cover in our mindfulness courses that I give them is self-love and how important it is. And they, when I talked about who should you love first, asking the elementary school children this, who should you love first? And everybody's like, well, they did say God, which is good. But after that, it was their parents, of course. And I'm like, yes, you definitely love your parents. Of course you love your parents, but who do you love before you can love your parents? And someone find, oh, my daughter, she's in the class too. And of course I've been teaching her this and teaching my son this since they've been little. So she knew. She was like, yourself, you have to love yourself first before you can love someone else. So it's something that we really should learn as children, so that we go into our adulthood and we have higher self-esteem, we have more self-worth, we feel better about ourselves. We don't allow people to treat us any old kind of way, because we love ourselves. We respect ourselves. We trust ourselves. So it's important, and it's just not anything to be played around with. Like, it's so important for us to get this and to really understand that lesson. So number 2 is going to be the heart chakra, is where we get our intuitive insight or our direction. Now, I know there's you can also get your intuitive feelings or those nudges that we get in our life in our solar plexus too. I get mine there, but my true intuition, I have learned, has really comes from my heart. Like, my heart, what does it say? The heart doesn't lie. I think that's the saying. And it doesn't. When something is right for you, when you're supposed to go here or there, or you're getting these nudges to do this or to do that, or you're getting downloads from your spirit team or from God or from your higher self, then your heart feels it. But if we're not in tune with that, and we're bogged down with a bunch of trauma, with a bunch of sadness, depression, feelings of just being lost, not really knowing what direction to take, we're going to miss those intuitive feelings. We're not going to get them. We're not going to hear them. We're not going to feel them. Because usually when we're in those states of mind, our mind is too bogged down with too many thoughts. So we cannot hear what's trying to come down for us. We cannot get those messages that we really need. And this is your guidance. This is how you're being guided in life. It's through this intuition that we have. And yes, it comes through the heart chakra also. It can also be in your solar plexus. You're going to use your intuitive eye, which is going to be your third eye, of course. But these feelings, these nudges, that's definitely going to be in your heart chakra too. So make sure you write that down. The heart chakra is where we get our intuitive insight or our direction. Okay. And then number 3 is going to be healing the heart is a major part of the inner work, where true happiness starts when we do the inner work. Okay. So healing the heart is a major part of the inner work. And that's what I'm going to be talking about on this channel. I'm going to be drilling that in so much, because that's where it all starts. That's where it really opens up for you, when you can go within yourself and you can do the healing from the trauma. You can do the healing from the things about yourself, the shadow work, the things about yourself that you really don't want to face, that hard stuff, that stuff you don't really want to admit to, but that's so true and that you need to work on. You cannot be your best self until you do this work, until you go back and you deal with things that you've covered up or that you've suppressed because you weren't able to deal with it. It might have been something that happened to you. Most likely it is something that happened to you when you were a child. That's where that is where our trauma comes from. Something that has happened to us while we were children. And there's, 3 different types of trauma that you can definitely deal with. We'll go over those in another video. But there's big T traumas, there's little T traumas. So things that we might not even consider to be trauma, like maybe someone, correcting us in front of the class. But, that could have humiliated you. That could have totally made you feel embarrassed and ashamed, and you really took that in, and that could be a trauma for you. That could be something that follows you into adulthood, to where you're afraid to get in front of people and speak. You're afraid to speak your mind because you're not sure if someone's going to correct you or tell you that you're wrong, or that what you're saying isn't right or correct. So that could be something that you take with you. That could be something that could be considered a little T trauma, or it could be a big T trauma. It could be something way deeper: abuse, sexual, emotional, physical, so many different things that could have affected us while we were children that we just haven't dealt with. And it's so important for us to learn and to deal with those things, because if we don't, we're never going to really truly be who we came here to be. And we came here to be someone. And I don't mean someone famous or someone that everybody's going to know, but the people that are supposed to know you need you. The people that you're supposed to serve and that you're supposed to help, they need you. And you can't show up for those people if you can't show up for yourself first. And that's the self-love. That's the heart chakra. That's the healing that we need to do. So that's what we're going to be doing on this channel, Natural Intentions Community. I'm going to be jumping on here. I'm going to be giving you some different things to really think about, to really do some homework, to really investigate for yourself, to really take these 3 areas of the heart chakra that I've given you, and to do your own homework, to go into it and to really see, okay, how does this fit in my life? How can I really start working on this area of my life? How can I really start making sure that my heart chakra is aligned, isn't blocked, that there's nothing that I need to. And everybody, I'm pretty sure, if you've never done heart chakra work, if you've never done self-love work, you need to work on it, definitely. It is important, and it is the key to reaching the other side of your healing journey, not the end of your healing journey, because you're going to be on your journey for the rest of your life. But it's going to get better, it's going to get brighter, and it's just going to be easier as you start the work. But the whole thing is, you got to start, and you have to, put in the work. It can't just be something that you're talking about, or you're taking in all this information, but you're not doing anything with it. So I wanted to get on here and talk about this. And I also wanted to say, this is super important also, if you're working with people, if you're a counselor, a healer, someone who does intuitive work, someone who does energy work, anyone who does a spirit teacher or guide, you got to make sure that you're healed. You got to make sure that you are working on yourself continually, because there is no one out here that is completely healed. We should all still be working on ourselves. I'm a coach, I'm a meditation teacher, I'm a spirit teacher, but I am always, every day working on myself to become better, because there's always something that I haven't uncovered, that I haven't dealt with. There's always something that's coming back up to make sure, testing me to see, are you still in that space, or have you graduated yet, or have you gotten better yet? So there's always work to be done. There's always something to be working on. And I love this work. I promise you, this is my passion. I can't even describe to you how good it feels, even though it's hard as hell. I mean, hard as hell. It's no joke. It's frustrating. It's annoying. It's depressing at times. But it is the best work that I have ever done, besides having my children and raising them and teaching them this, and besides working within my marriage. And the most of the work that I've done within my marriage is on myself, is my inner work, is my healing. Because I can't cultivate that relationship with my husband until I work on myself. I can't ask him to work on himself. That's something that he needs to do on his own. But what I can do is do my own inner work. And guys, I swear to you, when you start doing it, it feels good. It feels right. It hurts a little bit, yes. It's frustrating, yes. It gets tiring. You have to take a break sometimes. But it is so rewarding. I promise you, it changes your life for the good. Just commit to doing the work. I also wanted to talk about my workshop that I have coming up, because this is where you can get more in-depth information, where I'm going to be teaching you more information about trauma, the start to trauma healing. I'm going to be teaching you the 3 R's of intentional meditation. So important. I'm going to be showing you how you can start meditating so you can start doing this work. And in this meditation, I'm going to be showing you how you can start relieving some stress, how you can start clearing your mind so you can hear the downloads, you can hear the messages. But you can't do that until you start the healing process, because you got too much going on up here. There's too many things in there that need to be healed, that need to be worked through. So this is going to be a 4-part workshop. It's in person and it's going to be live streamed in my community also. So you could either come in person. There's only so many seats in person and they're going quickly. So I think we have a few more seats left. Definitely jump on there and get your ticket. I'm going to leave a code where you're going to be able to get a discount. Yes, a discount. I really want you guys to come. I really want you to be able to experience this. So I want it to be affordable. But if you're coming in person, it's going to be amazing because it's going to be like a retreat. It's going to give you a chance to, break away from your everyday life, break away from your family, break away from the routine that you're in, break away from your work, break away from any problems or issues you have going on for 3 hours, just 3 hours. But it's going to be 3 hours of healing. You're going to be able to come in. You're going to be able to learn in this workshop. I'm going to go in depth about the heart chakra, in depth about the self-love work and how you really do this. I'm going to give you steps. You're going to have homework. You're going to get a workbook, action steps, because that's where it starts and that's where the work continues and that's where you see growth and you see change when you're actually doing the work. So you're going to take this workbook home and you're going to work through it and you're going to get this work done and you're going to start your journey. And you're going to go into this meditation in this workshop. I'm going to teach you the 3 R's: relax, release, and rest. Okay? Those 3 R's are so important. Relax your body. Relax your sympathetic nervous system. Okay? Relax. Because until you can relax, you're not going to be able to release. Until you can get rid of some of this stress, you're just so tight and, pent up with all this stuff. You're anxious. Until you can relax, you're not going to be able to release. And we're not going to be able to even start the work that needs to be done. So you're going to learn to relax. You're going to learn to release. And this is just going to be the beginning process of you releasing some of the things that might be going on with you in the immediate part of your life right now. So we might not even get in the past. I don't know if that comes up. We're going to be there to help you through that. We're going to be there to help you through that. So if you need to release something and you need to get some things out that day, that's what we're going to be there to help you and guide you to be able to do that safely. Okay? So I'm super excited about that. And then after you release, rest. You need some time to rest. I'm going to show you what true rest feels like. Okay? You're going to be able to rest right then and there. So this is going to be guided the whole way through. You're going to learn these new meditation. You're going to learn breath work, because that's what's going to help to calm your sympathetic nervous system down and to really get you ready to release and then get you ready to rest. Okay, so don't miss out on this workshop. It's amazing. You're going to get a bag. This amazing bag, this Natural Intentions bag. It's awesome. It's beautiful. It's going to have your workbook in there. It's going to have your meditation blanket that you get to take home with you. And it's going to be amazing. We're going to have refreshments afterwards, herbal teas. So really good medicinal plant medicine teas that are going to be awesome and amazing. That's going to give you energy. That's going to bring your vibrations up, and just, get you out the door really feeling good after you've released and you've rested. You're going to feel like a new person, I promise you. And then we'll have 3 other classes that are going to go along with this, and it's going to get you ready for our in-person all-day workshops that are going to include yoga, meditation, different speakers. It's going to be outdoors. It's going to be, by then it'll be summertime. Weather's going to be awesome. So we have some awesome things lined up for 2023. You don't want to miss out. Make sure you get your tickets. I'll leave the code for your discount in the description below. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Again, make sure you share this video. Make sure you like this video. I'm just beginning my channel, so it would really help me out a lot. If you guys like this video, share this video, tell a friend about it, and tell someone about the workshop. Until then, and I hope I see you at the workshop, but until then, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace and blessings.